Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. So, Retrobot buddy, what are you hungry for today? Hey, watch your language, pal. I swear, every time he watches a movie, he learns a new bad word. Oh, okay, well, my mistake. What's more nostalgic than giant monsters destroying civilization as we know it, right? So, of course, Retrobot wants to hear about Godzilla vs Kong. So, just a little bit of backstory. I'm a bit of a Godzilla fan. When I was a kid, I used to watch the terrible Hanna-Barbera Godzilla cartoon on Saturday mornings.
From the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, his hand in the sky. Godzilla.
It's good that they stopped there. It's just better that they stopped there. And, of course, I remember, okay, this is really reaching back, but I remember the 1976 King Kong with Jessica Lange, and it always made me very, very sad, and you know, I felt, everybody cries for King Kong at the end of that movie. It doesn't matter which version you're watching. And Jessica Lange was great. Now, we saw it on TV. This was years later. I would have been 3 years old when that came out. I'm not that old. Kind of that old. So, of course, I'm a huge fan of the 2014 Godzilla. My only criticism of that movie is that you don't get enough monsters fight. They teased it one too many times, but I shall digress. And so, also, we have Skull Island. This happened in 2017, and let me tell you, when I got to the end of that movie and it was revealed that Skull Island occurs in the same universe as Godzilla, I mean, right now, my thinning hair is standing on end just from thinking about that moment and how much I was like, it's Godzilla and King Kong in a movie together. Oh, I want to see it again. You know, and of course they did that once many years ago. It was not nearly as cool as you would think, but nonetheless, it's been done before. It's going to be done again, and I think this time it's going to be amazing. So, we haven't even gotten trailers for the new movie, which is slated to come out May 21st of 2021. And I'm pretty much like, now, please? Even a trailer? But we do have a screenshot. So let me just go ahead and switch over. This is a screenshot, and boy, doesn't that look badass. It does beg some questions about size, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. And so that brings us to this toy that I am holding in my hand. So this is kind of a weird story. I'm living in the Pittsburgh area, and I found this one lone GVK toy at the Walmart in Cranberry. It was on a peg hook that said Godzilla vs. Kong, and that was it. Now, I was recently at the Walmart in North Versailles, and they have a significant section set aside for Godzilla vs. Kong. It was completely empty. Absolutely nothing on it, but lots of peg hooks with tags referring to these toys that aren't there. Now, I'm suspecting that they are planning on getting these things in. So if you are from the Pittsburgh area, you can check out the stores that I just mentioned. If you are not from the Pittsburgh area, maybe stop by your local Walmart if you are interested in the Godzilla vs. Kong toys, because my suspicion is that they are coming soon. So we're going to talk about this, but there might be a little bit of a spoiler involved. So if you hate spoilers, Just fast forward to the timestamp that is going to appear right here. All right. Have you fast forward? If you hear me saying that, then you haven't fast forwarded yet, and you still need to. So, the rest of you, here come the spoilers. This is the package that we can see right here, and it's your basic standard packaging. It doesn't look that much different from the Skull Island toys that Walmart had a few years ago. If we rotate it around, we have some very normal looking imagery. Nothing all that exciting about that other than the MonsterVerse logo. But here's where things get interesting. Now let's take a look at the back here. Of course, we've got the text up here which says legends collide as Godzilla and Kong, the two most powerful forces of nature, clash in a spectacular battle for the ages. The monster war rages on the surface and deep within our world as the spectacular secret realm of the Titans known as the Hollow Earth is revealed. As the spectacular secret realm of the Titans. Oh, it's the realm that's known as the Hollow Earth, not the Titans. Okay, that's good to know. We've got Kong with battle axe. Feel the mighty strength of Kong as he enters the ultimate battle royale against Godzilla with bone-crushing primal strength and a legendary new weapon fit for a king. It's a stick. I mean, really? Is that a legendary new weapon fit for a king? Because it kind of looks like a stick. Look at this. We have all of these other things showed. We've got Godzilla with heat ray, Kong with fighter jet. I'm assuming he doesn't pilot the jet. I hope not. Skullcrawler, and then we've got another Godzilla, but what's before Godzilla? That says Warbat. Let me see if I can focus in even closer. So, what is a Warbat? I don't remember this from King of Monsters. I don't remember it from Skull Island. I don't even remember that from watching all of those Japanese Godzilla movies. So, is this a new monster that's going to show up in the movie? I don't know. But that is very telling that there is a toy here shown for a monster that we know nothing about. So that may be the spoiler. So, all you people, the time is here, so you can come on back in. That's the spoiler. We won't talk anything more about the spoiler. Instead, we will unbox Kong here. Poor Kong. He's always getting bound up and shipped to places. New York. New York. Oh, you know what? You may be right. I think that the King Kong from 1976 took place in Chicago. So, we've got New York, Chicago, North Versailles, Cranberry. All right, so here we have Kong out of the package, and he's looking pretty good. And you see he has battle damage here, and it comes with this piece of rubber fur, which is an interesting thing. And of course, you can just stick that right in there, and it fits very nicely. And then, of course, after he's been, cleaved with something, you can peel off some of his flesh, right there, and reveal muscle and sinew and plastic joint. And that's very important. So we've got that, and he's got this is the battle axe fit for a king, which to me looks like the Kong equivalent of a baseball bat with nails in it. But I guess he can hold it. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Oh, it seems okay. So it seems to be molded in such a way that this is a bone, but it's molded brown. I really feel like a little bit of extra paint detail to indicate that this is actually bone, not stick, would have gone a long way. The figure itself is pretty decent. I like the detail of the scratches on the chest. I like the overall texture, but the detail isn't great. The posability is okay. Yeah, he can get into some good Kong-like poses. And there's his butt. If you want to look at his butt. And you can see the fur texture very nicely from the back.
Ice Bear's tired of staring at this guy's butt.
You know what? So am I. We will stop staring at this guy's butt. So, there we go. You can see that they've got a little bit of sort of an airbrush thing happening here on the chest to make the chest darker than the rest of him. There's some more paint detail on the surface here that gives his legs some character. They've done the same thing with the arms, but it's very understated, and I kind of feel like it could be more dynamic than it is, but it's not a bad figure. So he was under $10. Certainly not a bad figure for about $10. Here's the other thing that I touched on before that we need to talk about. You see, in Kong Skull Island, Kong was about 100 feet tall. Godzilla, you watch King of Monsters or Godzilla from 2014, and he's like 400 feet tall. For those who need this put in scientific terms, we have put together a carefully constructed graph to illustrate what we're talking about. So here you go. You can see here that our scientists have studied the proportions of the characters and created this accurate representation of how they stand up against each other. And right now, it seems like the biggest threat that Kong would be to Godzilla is getting stuck in his throat. I'm assuming he'll have grown. He's gonna have to have grown because, okay, let me just illustrate this a little further. So this is let's just pretend this is in scale to Kong from Skull Island. And this is in scale to Godzilla. And this is actually pretty close. Maybe he could be like, but I feel like Godzilla maybe will just take Kong as a pet. See, he needs to be like this, okay? So this is where we're at right now. And this is where we need to be. So I'm expecting some storytelling. Just in case anybody out there is kind of working on the movie, everything's not done. If you're not going to explain the difference between this and this, then we're going to have a problem. Okay, so we got the family together. All right, so there you go. The new Godzilla vs. Kong toys. If you like this video, then please subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing stuff. Maybe give us a thumbs up. Show us a thumbs up, Godzilla. Just imagine that he's able to do a thumbs up. And while you're at it, what is your favorite Legendary Pictures Monsterverse monster? I'm kind of a Mothra guy myself because, you got a giant caterpillar that transforms. It seems like every time that you see Mothra, no matter how many times you've seen her in previous movies, she always has to start out as a caterpillar and then transform into a moth in that movie. I didn't know that they ever reverted, but apparently that's a thing. Not to mention that she comes with 2 sexy priestesses that'll sing to you. I mean, what's not great about that? So, yeah, tell us your favorite Legendary Pictures monster. Just go ahead and put it in the comments down below. And other than that, Retrobot, what do you think? How did I do? Language! Kids.